Hi, my name is Trent Armour, and I just finished taking CIS 111 with Rachel Steckley. Taking writing and public speaking classes for me personally is pretty hard. When it comes to writing, I never know what to say or what to write about, and when it comes to public speaking, I often get pretty nervous. Through this class, I've really grown in my writing and my public speaking through the lessons that they've taught me and how to get better. Um, My favorite part of the course is probably the impromptu speeches because it forces you to think on your feet, and just like in real life scenarios, you never know when you'll have to make a speech. And this is really good practice in front of an audience on, you know, thinking quickly, figure out what to say. My biggest challenge would also be the speaking. It's very hard for me. I get very nervous in front of crowds, but I also recognize that it's what I need to grow in. It's what I need help with. Um, it's all about practice when it comes to speaking and writing. You need to really, rough drafts are very important to do. They'll help you see what you've done and how to improve. I know there are several big mistakes that I made on a couple papers that if I didn't do a rough draft and if I didn't look over it, they would have got submitted that way and I would have lost points. So it's really important to do rough drafts, to do outlines, to have things laid out there in front of you so you're not just winging it. And that's kind of a big lesson that I'm going to take with me is always do an outline when it comes to a presentation, always do a rough draft because they help you more than you think. You know, we can all get by with winging it. We can all get, just barely there by thinking off the top of our heads, but it's also important to plan things out. That's the difference between A and C students is how much they plan, how hard you work on it in advance when nobody's looking. And I just think that rough drafts, planning, that's the biggest part of going about your life. And I think it's the biggest part about going about college, so all the papers that you have to write, all the presentations that you have to give. And you should never take classes like this for granted. Always listen, pay attention, and listen to those key points on how to get better in your writing in your everyday life. Thank you.